Hey everyone, welcome back to Homemaker-in-Progress. Today I am just going to show you guys a very simple dinner that I made. So here I am laying out some parchment paper on a baking sheet, and then I shredded some Parmesan cheese, maybe about a half a cup total, and this would just be dependent on how cheesy you want it and also how many tomatoes you're going to use. So I have that shredded cheese, and then I'm just going to put that down in little bunches on the baking sheet. Next up, I'm going to slice tomatoes. I had 2 ripe tomatoes, so that's what I was using. And I wasn't super particular on the size, but I basically just sliced them. I think I maybe got 4 or 5 slices out of each tomato. And then I'm going to stick those on top of the Parmesan cheese on that baking sheet. I also had a little bit of leftover Parmesan, so I just sprinkled that on top of the tomatoes. And then I drizzled some olive oil on top of that as well. And I put some salt and some garlic on top of that just to kind of add some flavor there. And I baked these in the oven at 425 for about 15 minutes, and they turned out really yummy. So one tip I have for people if they're trying to be more budget friendly and not wasteful is to have large amounts of meat that you maybe a large piece of meat, and then you cook that up and then you shred it up and use it in different recipes. So basically what I had here was some leftover chicken breast that I cooked in the Instapot, and it was very simply seasoned, not a lot of heavy seasoning, but just enough. And so I just shred that up and heat it up and re-season with whatever I'm going to cook it up in for that particular meal and use it for that purpose. So for this, I used probably about a quarter cup of balsamic vinegar. There's olive oil in that pan already that I put the chicken breast into as well. I added some garlic to this, quite a bit, probably about a quarter to a half a cup, maybe more on the half a cup side of that granulated garlic from Costco, and then some salt and pepper. I did sprinkle some paprika in there as well. It gives it a nice color, even if it doesn't maybe add a ton of heat. And then just a touch of cayenne red pepper. Don't add too much. That will make it really spicy. I also drizzled some coconut aminos in there as well. I use coconut aminos in place of soy sauce, but that would be another option if you prefer it. Toast up some buns. I had some already, but if you have homemade ones, that's even better. And then look at those tomatoes, how they came out. They were soft and warm and really yummy. The cheese was not crispy per se, but it was still really good. And then I ended up doing this with putting that tomato onto the bun and then topping with that chicken mixture. And I did have another one where I added tomato on the top, and I feel like that was a really good combination where you have bun, tomato, chicken, tomato, bun. And it was really yummy.